Hello everyone, this is Lincoln Prime, and today we are taking a look at the S.H.MonsterArts 1995 Godzilla. I did get this figure used, it did not have a box, but it did come with literally everything that it needed to, so that was perfect. But anyways, let's get right into it. Detail on this figure looks absolutely amazing. As a Heisei Godzilla figure, this probably has to be my definitive Heisei Goji, because, I mean, I love the Bio Goji figure, but this one is just leagues better, and I kind of just miss that old kind of S.H.MonsterArts system that Bandai used to have for some of these figures, and I think that they did an outstanding job on this. The kind of like dark bluish grayish shading on this figure looks really nice. You know, kind of the darker shading right here in some of these areas looks very nice as well. And just the charcoal gray, it looks really good. All the bumpy detail is really rough, and I absolutely love the feel of it. It's just, you know, it feels rough, like how a giant lizard dinosaur should be. The dorsal fins are painted beautifully. I think that the white kind of tones around these little charcoal black areas look really nice. And just kind of going down all the way to the tip of the tail, we do get that on there. So that is really cool. But just the way that it all kind of fades in and there on both sides is just so nice to me. Detail on the head is very nice. There is a little bit of a tiny seam line there, but it's not noticeable really at all. The eyes are painted gorgeously. I absolutely love the way that they have like the little segments in there with the white, the orange, the yellow, and the black. Opening the mouth, that it does get a little bit messy, I'm not gonna lie, but the teeth are painted. There are 2 rows of teeth, and the inside of the mouth is painted like a really nice maroon kind of red. But yeah, but the teeth are not painted super well. From the outside view, they look pretty decent, but inside, it's just a mess in there. Going in on the nails are beautifully painted. It doesn't look like there's really any like paint like missing or anything. It's just, they did a really good job. There's a little bit of some brown wash in that in some of those areas where it meets to the finger. On the toe claws, that's a bit of a different story though. These aren't painted the greatest, but not the worst. However, I do have some paint chipping on underneath the toe claw, so that does kind of suck. But not a huge deal. You're not going to be really looking at it from that angle. You're going to be looking at it like a whole figure. But yeah, just all the detail, the physique of the figure is really nice. I absolutely love kind of the chonkiness to it, kind of the hunched back neck that we get. Just all of the rough textures and all of that is just amazing. All right, guys, drum roll, please. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this. This is where the fun begins. We actually get accessories on a Godzilla figure. S.H.MonsterArts Godzilla figure. Anyways, let me contain my excitement for a second. The first 2 accessories that we do get are 2 widespread open hands that do look pretty nice actually. They are painted decently, and they do attach via a ball joint. Only problem is on the figure itself, the ball joints are so tight that you can't really detach the hands. Cool that we get these, it's just, you know, you can't really use them. So yeah, that does kind of suck. However, the accessories that we can utilize, first off, we do get this action base right here, which the figure itself does not really stand on, but this is used for the atomic breath accessory. So you get this little base adapter right here, and all it does is it plugs in to the base right here. So you got to make sure, because there's a fat plug and there's a skinny plug. So make sure the fat plug goes into the base and the skinny plug goes into the little hole that is right here. It is a bit hard to see, but it is there. All you got to do is just plug that in there like so. And I have that backwards. Rotate that around. There we go. And there we have the atomic breath. And you can adjust it however you want to. You know, you can rotate on this little part right here on the base, and just go, hinge all the kind of stuff that you want it to do. And it works super well. And to utilize it, all you got to do is just take the jaw, open it up, and pop that in there like so. Just make sure that it aligns properly. Be careful when putting it in there, And there you have it. That looks so nice. I just love the way that that looks. Now, one thing I should mention before I forget, this is not the Heisei Godzilla that we really know. This right here is actually Rebirth Goji, aka Godzilla Jr., but after he was grown up from his father exploding and dying. Yeah, this boy's gonna need a counselor after that. But even so, I think this has to be in my definitive Heisei Godzilla. Now, when it comes to the articulation on this figure, we do have a ball joint at the head, which allows it to look up about that far and down about that much. And then there's some more ball joint segments, so you can look down that far and up that far. There is a, I think it's just a regular hinge joint, but there's no ball joint in the jaw. And then the tongue can actually move, I'm pretty sure. Just gotta get in there. Actually, maybe not. I don't think the tongue moves on this one. But yeah. Oh wait, no, this is a ball joint. I don't know. This is, it looks like a hinge joint on the inside. So yeah. Anyways, but yeah, and then you can look side to side that much and rotate, side to side and all that kind of stuff. In the torso, it is double segmented, so there is a segment here and here, so you can crunch forward about that much and arch back about that much. So he can also go side to side like so and swivel about that much. So that is pretty decent. The arms do have a joint in here, so it can move kind of just around a little bit. It's a little bit of a ball joint. It can go out about that much, in about that much. There is another ball joint in here in the bicep area, so it can swivel pretty much like that. The elbow can move only about that much, not too much. A little bit of swivel in the forearm as well, and the wrists are on a dumbbell ball joint, so they can move like at this point and at this point, rotate all the way around, all that kind of stuff, and pretty much it's the same thing on the other arm. The legs can kick forward, and they theoretically could go all the way around, but I don't want to test it. They can drop down and back up, and there is a little bit of swivel, but not too much. There is a bit of swivel in this area right here, and there is like a bunch of segments right here. So like knee, shin, thigh, yeah. But it can bend about that much and kick forward about that much, and there is some range in the ankle. So yeah, articulation for the legs is also pretty good. And last but not least, your classic S.H.MonsterArts tail, which is multi-segmented, although some of the segments on this is a bit tight, but it's not too bad. The thing that does suck a little bit though, however, is the fact that this, from this point right here all the way to here, is one segment, so it doesn't move at all. And that's where the Bio Goji kind of has some extra points, but in terms of articulation, it's really good. I think it does pretty much what it needs to, and it can get in a lot of really cool poses, which is always appreciated. For a quick size comparison, here we have the S.H.MonsterArts 1995 Godzilla next to the S.H.MonsterArts 1989 Bio Goji. Just see how they scale together, and yeah, they're about the same height, not really the same size. Bio Goji is skinnier, he is a bit chunkier, but definitely some similarities here in terms of the looks. But yeah, here we have 1995 Goji next to GMK Goji, and because why not, the S.H.MonsterArts 2021 Mecha Godzilla. And one thing I would like to mention is that the atomic breath piece for 1995 Godzilla does actually go really well with 2021 Mecha Godzilla as for a proton scream, and I just think that with the proton scream, this just looks so cool. If I could get it to stay, come on, it's not easy. There we go. Like, that just looks so cool. I love the way that looks, but yeah, I just wanted to show that off. And for some other comparisons, here we have 1995 Godzilla next to the NECA 1984 Godzilla, NECA Bio Goji, and the Playmates Burning Godzilla, and I think these two actually scale together pretty well. And for my final comments on this figure, I would absolutely recommend getting him if you can find him for a decent price. I did find this figure for exactly $100, and I think it was kind of worth it. I mean, better than paying I don't know, $200, $300, $400 for this thing with the box online. And, you know, I was able to, because it didn't have a box, I was able to, like, you know, examine it, look over everything, make sure everything was, like, in good condition. And it is. I mean, there's some loose parts here and there, but it's not too terribly bad. Paint is really good. Articulation is great. I think this is some of the best articulation on an S.H.MonsterArts figure, minus, you know, certain parts of the tail. But details, the way the figure feels, I just think it's great. And the fact that we get accessories. This is like the old S.H.MonsterArts that I feel like a lot of people miss, and I can definitely see why. But yeah, I think $100 for an S.H.MonsterArts figure with accessories was definitely worth it. But yeah, if you can find this figure for a good price, I highly recommend picking it up. It is just that good. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much about it for this review. I hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.